Will be inside the 35. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Raiders at 10-6 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Dillon up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. And he's got some space here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A quick pass out to Juju. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 27. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for the 1st with Dillon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Back to Dillon on first down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Denzel Perryman with a sack.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Offense set to get this drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Jacobs from the gun, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play fake. Mariota steps away to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Dillon on the inside give to about the 40-yard line.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down, another run for Dillon. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
hands it off out of the gun.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss as a middle linebacker symbol. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes finding Hardman here over the middle. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now on first down. And it's caught. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco,
His 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 10-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, this, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there, a 22.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes.
And hitting Juju on the slant.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. He needed 5. He got it barely. As it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs.
Down to about the 32.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Mariota. Open man, that's Renfro. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you win 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Jacobs again. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in the...
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson down to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And they'll accept that penalty.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On first down, Mahomes. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, a 16-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Batson not going to risk returning it, so they'll start at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
121 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First down, Mariota. Flush to his right. Looking deep for Adams. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing is Mariota. Dancing to his left. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Davante Adams. 60 yards.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Into the hands of Smith-Schuster on the crossing pattern.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Brought down by Willie Gay.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the handoff, this is Jacobs.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They will run the draw with Jacobs. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence,